What up, world? I'm Steve, founder and CEO of CryptoCrewUniversity.com, home of the #1 crypto classes. This is where we keep crypto simple. Today, another exciting video. Bitcoin next major move could be legendary. If you're new here, join the movement, hit that subscribe button right now, and everybody hit that thumbs up button. I appreciate you. It is great to see you today. First and foremost, attention to all of my students. Attention to everybody who enjoyed the stock market, who enjoyed our call of a death cross forming in the Dow Jones. Big announcement for you guys. I put together an incredibly powerful class for you guys to learn more about the stock market. And also, on top of the Dow Jones death cross, I'm covering the S&P 500 and the New York Stock Exchange. You have to know what is going on in those two charts. You have to know how that will affect crypto. Okay? So please don't crash my site, but I know all of you guys are rushing to sign up right now. There's a huge holiday sale on this class. Save $100. It's incredibly affordable. First link right down in the description. All students, everybody in the stock market, first link right down in the description. Limited time, huge holiday sale. This class is incredibly powerful. I'm so excited for you to take it. Just please don't crash my site. Please don't crash my site. But huge learning in this class. So excited. I've been working around the clock on this class. Look forward to welcoming you guys in. Now, let's jump into this video. Jam-packed, full of information. We're going to talk about in this video this huge move that is coming, and then the move we're in right now. Is it complete? All right, so we're going to be covering those two things. Let's backtrack, talk about where we've been. Okay, many weeks ago we talked about the death cross forming on the 3-day chart. Okay, this is potentially about 5 weeks ago. We talked about this happening. And why? Because when it happened in 2014, we had a death cross on the 3-day. We had a huge spike down. In fact, it was 57% into our capitulation candle. Then we look at today's chart. We called this death cross. We said, guys, this is going to be a big spike down, and there was only one price point we were watching. So we had a death cross, huge spike down. And the one price we talked about was, guys, watch this chart right here. We first showed you about a month ago. And when a lot of people were saying, no, it's definitely not going to pass 6,000. We're not going below 6,000. We said, watch this. This is the 200-week moving average. This is the only price we're watching right now. We're not watching anything in the 4,000s. We weren't watching anything in the high 3,000s. We weren't watching anything in the 5,000s. We had our eyes peeled to this. We talked about it in so many videos. And voila, here we are. Right where we talked about. We are directly on our 200-week moving average. And by the way, this chart is the BLX. You can find it on TradingView. This has 8 years of history. Why were we watching this? If you guys are really new, there's 2 reasons. We only touched this 2 other times in the history of our 8 years. Okay, this 200-week moving average is really critical. This is smart money is watching this type of chart. Okay, we touched it once here. Why is this candle important? It was our capitulation candle. It said we're not going lower than this price point. We touched it one other time. That was the end of the bear market. That candle right here marked the end of the bear market. So this 200-week moving average, we have been watching it like a hawk in a lot of different videos, and we are here. So we need to talk about what happens next. Is this move over? And then what is this big move that is preparing? So in order to truly understand that, we have to look back at the charts and understand this structure. We had talked about volume being incredibly important with these moves, because volume will tell us, is the move over or do we still have some room to go down? So this was our capitulation candle. Make no mistake, it was our largest candle in history. Okay, and you can see some of the other large candles were incredibly important. All right, now on today's charts, you can see that we've had some decent volume in the past few weeks, but it's not substantial. Okay, and you may say, well, Steve, how about the OTC market? Steve, how about different exchanges? Guys, I trade on Binance. Binance is showing a large spike in volume, albeit they only have about 10 to 11 months of data. This chart has 6 years. All right, and if you look at other exchanges, which we'll get into later, that have many years of data, all of them are illustrating relatively similar action. We've had a big spike in volume. It's not the type of volume that indicates a capitulation. And by the way, you probably are hearing this term thrown around all over the internet. Capitulation, capitulation, capitulation. What you need to know is what it really means. What capitulation truly means, by definition, is to surrender. Textbook definition, it means to surrender. And you may say, well, Steve, what does that even mean, to surrender? It essentially means that people are folding their hands, that things got so bad that the high majority of humans folded their hands. They gave up. They were surrendered. They threw in the white towel. They were done, and they went back home, never to look at crypto again. We're not to that point. There's some blood in the streets, but we're not to that point yet, as illustrated by the volume and just by the action that we see in the charts. However, we're at a critical point. We're at a critical point, and we need to watch the action around this price point that we pointed out, and we're going to get into it in some other charts. So now that we understand this big picture, we've had the death cross, we had a spike down, we're at our 200-week moving average. What's going to happen? Is this move complete? Now, let's look at a different chart here. We're on the daily chart, all right? The daily chart, we're going to decide right now with these indications, is this move complete? So we drew this line on our RSI, right? RSI, we said, guys, we're going to have trouble passing this, and we got rejected once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times rejected by this level that we drew on the charts, this 35.5. Why is it important? If we zoom out on the daily chart, it has been the most critical level in terms of a bottoming action. So this bottoming action that's been happening since February, okay, for 10 months, over 10 months, it has been critical. It is now our critical resistance. It's been critical support. It's now critical resistance. If you want to know what's going to happen on the chart, look left. All the answers are always in the chart. They're not in the news. They're not on Reddit. They're not on Twitter. They're inside the charts, always and forever. For hundreds of years in the stock market, this has been the case. It'll be the case for history. But news will also make money spreading emotion and turmoil. All right, so this indicates some negativity in terms of, hey, we're holding a critical level as resistance. Price action, you can see that we've created a lower low and we're continuing downwards. Okay, so we're in this kind of a spiral, albeit a little bit slower spiral. What we really want to watch for is the stochastic RSI. If we zoom in here, it's clear as day that we're holding at a critical level right now, about 20. Remember, 20 acts as support and resistance, as well as 80. However, we have no indication of a crossover on the way up. There's still room to go down. We still have room to go down with the move we're in right now. All right, and we're going to get into it in another chart. What are the areas we're watching for right now? But clear as day, still room to go down. Rejected by the RSI for the 5th time. We have a lower low. So be prepared for some more downward action in the short term, in the next week or so. Okay, so what do we expect next? I want to show you two brand new charts I've never shown you before. We're going to jump into some really good stuff. I know you guys were guessing, hey, is Steve going to wear a bow tie today? I think we'll do bow ties when we've got really major news, but we do have some beautiful drip going on. If you guys don't know drip, it's like It's like the new age swag. So I don't think anybody thought we were going to come with a purple shirt and pink blazer, but that's how we're doing it. All right. Before we move into the new charts, we've got a review from Alex. Alex took my classes and said, in my 2 trades, after he finished the classes, I made around $3,000, which more than covered the cost of the classes. We got a review coming in from Mike. Said, my very first trade, I made twice what I paid for Steve's classes. And we have a review coming in from Blake. Blake says, my first 2 trades from taking the course, I was able to reimburse myself for the courses and pay for a vacation to Belgium. Great job to all of my students. Guys, here's how to sign up to the #1 crypto classes in the industry. You're going to sign up to this combo class. It'll be the second link in the description. This is if you have been in crypto around 1 year. So if you've been in crypto around 1 year, sign up here. Second link in the description. Save $100 right now with this link. If you've been in crypto just a few months, you're going to sign up to this combo. It'll be the third link right down in the description. I'll link it for you inside the video right here. Okay? My trading strategy, which has made myself and my students a lot of money and tons of confidence. You will have a tremendous amount of confidence after taking my classes. For the first time, you're going to look at the charts and know exactly what's going on, exactly when to buy, exactly when to sell. And by the way, you're only going to need to trade 15 minutes a day to be successful. All right? Let's get back into this nitty-gritty here, guys. Here is the big picture. This is a monthly chart. We're taking a step back. We're looking at this big picture, and here's what we've called for, right? We've called for a support level on this 200-day moving average. Okay, support level, check. We're there. We talked about a wick going as low as 2,800. That's the level in the next few weeks we do not want to go under. All right, and as the charts are shaping out, we might not in the short term. We'll talk about the long term in a minute. But we might hold this level short term, and we want to, because if we go below 2,800 with a wick or a body, we're in trouble. Why? Because we don't have a lot of support anywhere else. All right, and we called out this price level and this price level a while back, being the 2 most important levels in crypto. So we talked about there are 2 steps to finding the most critical levels in crypto. Step number 1, make sure that it's major resistance and major support. So you can see that this level here, major resistance for 2 months, major support for 2 months. And if we zoom out, it was major resistance for 2 other months. It was our previous top. Make no mistake about it, this right here is our most critical price point in all the history of Bitcoin. This 1,049, right? That is incredibly critical. We may hold some support with a body of the candle around 1,300. That, my friends, these options are only options if we break this $2,800 level. Remember, we talked about volume being critical. We talked about capitulation being critical. We talked about blood in the street being critical. I don't see those things playing out yet. However, there's still a major move forming, and I think it's going to surprise a lot of people who are really waiting for capitulation to happen tomorrow or the next day. It's just not likely. If we go back to this chart here, could we see capitulation now in this move we're in now? It's unlikely. It's still possible, albeit a little bit. We need to see how the charts play out. But you talk about we're at 27-ish on the RSI. That's extremely oversold. A lot of humans are selling right now. Fear sell. All right? We could go down. We went down previously, down into this 10 area or so. Why don't we zoom this out and we can see. Yeah, we went down to about 8. We could see a double bottom there with a capitulation. That would be a pretty drastic move. That would cause a lot of blood in the streets. We do have momentum to go down, but it's not a significant amount of momentum to go down. We'll have to see how the charts play out, if we're able to catch support here and how the RSI acts. But this move, make no mistake, is not done, but I don't feel like this could be the true capitulation. That's my gut instinct. I want to share my gut instinct with you guys. So again, watch the $2,800 level. If not, we're watching around the $1,300 to $1,000 level as our potential capitulation. The true capitulation could very well be this candle, this level. So let me show you some different charts here. This is a chart I've never shown you before, and it's going to blow your mind. You're going to love this chart. And let me explain what it is. This is the shorts, all right? This is a chart representing the shorts in crypto right now. And here's why this is important. We are at this point right here. Simply put, we make things really simple. That's why our classes are so successful. That's why this YouTube channel has been blowing up, because we keep it so simple. That's why we're able to really connect with you. All right. So, by the way, if you guys are new here, welcome in. It's fantastic to have you, and thank you for everybody's overwhelming support. So many subscribers recently. I just want to take a second and just say welcome in. It's great to have you. And by the way, tons of people have been subscribing, or whatever it's called, on Twitter at Crypto Crew U on Twitter. So simply put, when shorts make an all-time high, price goes up. When shorts make a low, price goes down. Let me illustrate. Let's take this move, for example. August 3rd. Shorts were low. August 3rd. Let's go back to our price action and let's see August 3rd. So we've got to go back to August 3rd, and we are over here. You can see how price dropped from that level pretty drastically. If we go back to our chart here, we talk about, how about this level where we made a new low right about November 13th. What happened on November 13th? We were at this level. So we made a new low, shorts were low, price followed drastically. All right, so this chart right here is really fascinating. Let's take another example. How about this example from August 21st? Let's find August 21st. Shorts were high, we expected prices to climb. Let's see what happened. What was the date? August 22nd. So August 22nd. You can see price exploded after here, going up somewhere around 20%. It was the biggest move upwards we've had in several months. So when shorts are high, price goes up. When shorts are low, price goes down. Really simple. Why that's important is look at where we are now. We're at this move. If shorts can make a new high, that's going to be at the price point we're going to be ready to jump in, because we're about to take a rocket ship on the way up. Let me explain to you this next move that we are anticipating. I know a lot of people are expecting a big move to the downside, but we're preparing for a move to the upside. We like to do the opposite of the herd, and generally that's the right thing to do, and it's written all over the charts. I'll show you another example here. All right, this is a Coinbase chart. We talked about the volume. You look at Coinbase, has many years of data. Volume is high, albeit not higher than these two, which we really need to be having higher volume than here to illustrate a true capitulation. But watch the stochastics, guys. When we have a spike in stochastics, watch what price action does. Let's look at April 30th. So when we have a cross in the stochastics on a weekly chart, watch this, really fascinating. So we're going to look at April 30th, where we had a cross down. April 30th in the price action. April 30th marked our top, price plummeted after that, okay? So if we go back and we take the next option, how about July 30th? July 30th, let's take a look. When we have a cross down in the stochastics on a weekly, it is major. So July 30th, let's have a look. July 30th, you see what happened after that, guys. A big spike down. Same on the way up. If you want to look at what happened, for example, on March 26th, where we had a cross on the way up. March 26th, we're going to come back over here to March 26th. You see what happened here, guys? We had a major move to the upside. This was one of the biggest moves we've had this year, but not bigger than this move in February. So simply put, you can see what's happening. We're getting near a high in shorts. We're going to pay close attention to that. We're getting near a cross on the stochastics on a weekly. Those two things are going to mean a major move to the upside. There's a third example of why this big move could be really soon and really exciting. Let me show you guys. If we go back here to what happened previously, okay, we went into our death cross. We had a bottoming out. Remember, that bottom happened right on the 200-week moving average. So if we zoom out here and we see the last time that we touched this, what happened? Okay, we're on a weekly chart, so it may not look like a big move, but I'm going to show you the percentages. So the last time that we touched this for the first time, when we crossed over here, we bottomed out, and we had a move of 81%. 81%. Major move. A major move, which surprised a lot of people. All right, this was a surprising move, a legendary move. So we've been following the 2014 chart to a T. We've been covering it on this channel for 10 months, okay? 10 months we've been comparing the 2014 to 2018. It's been right all along. If it's right again, we touched our 200-week moving average and we're getting ready for a big move. This happened over, I think, a month and a half or 2 months span. It was a longer move to the upside, and then we found support again and went back up and found support again, and that was the end of the bear market. This may seem like a short period of time. It's not, guys. This is 6 or 7 months of data here that we can look at. Yeah, 224 days. It's an extended period of time. Expect something similar to happen present day. All right, that's just the nature of market moves. So you guys pay attention. These are the major moves coming. The move we're in right now, it's not finished. However, we are expecting a nice big move to the upside. What level I'm watching, let me show you on this 3-day chart here. This 3-day chart, the level that we really want to watch, if we're going to have a major move similar to what we did, we were rejected by the this 50. Let me show you. You can see here that we had our spike down, capitulation. We had a spike up, rejected by the 50-day. Okay? This is on the 3-day chart, so it's the 150. But you guys understand that these charts are repeating history. So the move we're in now, not complete. The next move should be a sizable one. It's going to take people by surprise, and we're going to be ready for it. And again, we're not going to have too much emotion on the upside. We're not going to have too much emotion on the downside. We stay level-headed. We're a couple steps ahead of the game, and we're staying emotionless. Emotion is a money killer. Make no mistake about that. So that's what we're watching for, guys. We're going to be paying close attention to these shorts, I'm going to be updating you, and we're going to be watching like a hawk the stochastics on the week, okay, to see what happens. Potentially this next week to two could be very, very interesting. This next week or two could be very interesting. So make sure right now you're subscribed with the notifications on so you can be staying up to date. And by the way, I've seen more and more comments coming in. Those of you that have followed for a while, back in February, we talked about having our bottom around 3,000. Back in February, people called us crazy. People called us delusional. People called us ridiculous. People called us a lot of these ugly names that I'm not going to repeat here because nobody thought we would fall below 6,000. For the past 10 months, we have been saying repeatedly, we are going below 6,000. Make no mistake about it. And here we are today. I don't see any of those comments anymore. Where did they go? Where are those people that said we're not going below 6,000? Where are the people that said, Steve, you're crazy. We would never follow the 2014 chart because of Mt. Gox, because of market manipulation, because of the whales, because of Bach, because of all these things. Oh my God, you can't compare the 2014. Where are those people in the comments? Because we've repeated history to a T for 10 months. So I just want to say a special thank you to everybody here that supported me through all of this, who maybe you guys also thought I was crazy, but you don't anymore. That's for sure. So I just want to say thank you to you guys. You guys are amazing. Now, I want to get into a couple other things before I let you guys go. A couple of things that we haven't discussed yet. The first thing is, guys, this is exciting. This right here, I worked around the clock to make you guys an amazing class. There's a death cross forming in the stock market. I showed you the Dow Jones. What does it mean for crypto? Go sign up right now to this class. Huge holiday sale on this class. It'll be the first link right down in the description. You're going to learn a lot more about the stock market, which you definitely need to understand. You're going to learn about the Dow Jones chart that I showed you. I haven't shown you the S&P 500. You have to know about that, and you need to know about the New York Stock Exchange chart. These are incredibly important, and please don't crash my website. I know a ton of you guys are flocking in right now. Attention to all of my students. This is a brand new class. You want to sign up to this class. So if you guys have never taken any of my classes, this is a perfect opportunity to get a taste of why my classes have been so successful, because this is very affordable, this class. So now, right now, a lot of you guys are on your cell phone. Scroll down and see the subscribe button. If that's a red button, scroll down and look right now. If that's a red button, you do not want red in crypto. Hit that button right now and make sure you're subscribed. It needs to be a gray button. So double check that. We want a gray button, and we want this bell to have wings. That means when I make a video, you're going to get it hot off the press. All right? So make sure that has wings. Make sure that is gray. And by the way, everybody that's been following on the Twitter, thank you guys very much. It's incredible to see everybody there. It's phenomenal. We're going to be more active there. So Crypto Crew U, go follow on Twitter right now. So if you've got a check mark, you followed on YouTube. You've got a check mark, you followed on Twitter. Here's what I want you to do next. I want you to share this video right now, whether you share it on Twitter, whether you share it on Reddit, whether you share it in a Telegram, whether you share it with your friends, share it on Twitter, wherever you share it right now. Get this message out, get our community growing, and everybody is a part of this community growing and this exciting opportunity we have in crypto. We are near a bottom, make no mistake about it. This is an exciting time. So share this out with everybody, especially on like Reddit and Telegram and Twitter and Facebook, all these places. So if you've done that already, thank you very much. The last thing, I've never shared this with you, but I'm so excited to share this with you. This is my favorite part of the video. Hands down, every single video, I love the end of the video, and I'll tell you why. In the beginning of the video and through it, it's not the people. Let me put it in a nice way. I like you guys the best. If you're watching right now, you're one of my favorites, hands down. The people in the beginning of the video, yeah, they're okay. But you guys watching right now, I get to share usually some inspirational things with you guys. Some things that are a little bit out of the box, some things that are not really normal. And these are my favorites because I can't share that in the beginning. I share it with you guys at the end on purpose in pretty much every video. And today's lesson is emotion. I really want you guys to focus on the emotional aspect of this game we're playing in crypto, because emotion is a money killer. That means all the noise from Twitter, all the noise from Reddit, all the noise from Telegram, all this noise of hype, of drama, please focus on removing all of that crap. All right, that stuff is going to lose you so much money. And when you clear your mind, you refresh your mind, and you're focused only on what's inside the charts, success will follow. But first, you have to learn how to control emotion. So take this next couple days and focus on emotion. Understand how emotion has been killing your money. Understand when you've made buys or sells, was it based on a strategy or was it based on emotion? I would say 80% of you, it's based on emotion. And you have to understand that and say, okay, I've made a buy or sell here, and it wasn't based on a sound strategy that works. It was emotion. I saw on Reddit and everybody, hey, you need to buy. Oh, and I bought. All right, you made some mistakes. And I guarantee if you look back for this past year, out of the mistakes you've made, I would say 95% of them are emotion mistakes. So if you may ask, well, Steve, now I understand I have this emotional problem. I understand that it kills my money. What do I do? The simple answer is my classes really focus on this emotional aspect where people don't focus. My classes are on the mind as well as the strategy. You have to have the mind to be successful. If you just have the strategy, you're not going to be successful. You have to think like a professional trader. You have to think like somebody who understands the charts. You have to be 2 steps ahead of the game and know the game you're playing and control that emotion. So I give a lot of steps in the classes to control emotion. But please spend some time and focus on that emotional aspect. That's the difference between failure and success. Really, truly put, simply put, that's the difference. So spend some time thinking about that, and I'm glad that I'm able to articulate these thoughts to you guys late in the video. I want to have one of these thoughts every single video as like a motivation to you guys. I really love motivating you guys to start your own business, to think differently, to dream big, to be a professional trader, and if your dream is to live down by the beach drinking pina coladas, you can do it, guys. There's nothing stopping you. Doesn't matter your age, but we'll save some more thoughts for the next video. Hope you guys are amazing. Hope you guys are having a beautiful day. Shout out to everybody around the world. Make sure you go get that class right now, the brand new class on the stock market. You definitely want to get that to understand what's going on so you can be a couple steps ahead of the game. Huge holiday sale. I'll be seeing you guys in the classes. Peace and love to the crypto crew. Have a beautiful day, everybody.